Good evening, guys. Hello and welcome back once again to a Monday evening of racing with me, your boy Vexed. It's Vexman and the Tier 1 drivers from the Aero League Racing's Gt7 Championship. This is indeed the final round. We're here at the Nurburgring GP, bringing you the final two races of the season, and it's come down to the wire for two drivers, that being Plat for Life and BX Royal. BX Royal only with a 16-point lead over Plat for Life. The next closest person is Tim, but he is some way behind. Let me just find the standings for you, and we'll find somebody else who's on track. So BX is actually out on track at the moment. He's going to be looking to try and score top points to try and take the win once again. It's been a while since he's held the title. He's currently got a 16-point lead over Plat for Life, currently still in first place with 194 points. Plat for Life being second with 178 points. Then Tim is in third place now with 136 points, and he's 58 points off of BX Royal at this point, 42 points off of Plat for Life. Alessandro is currently fourth. He's only 5 points behind Tim, and we've got Zico now in fifth place, only a point behind Alessandro with 130. So that's Alessandro on 131 points, Zico on 130 points, Carter's in 6th with 104, tied with Yannick in 7th with also 104 points. We've got Racing Green in 8th now with 100 points, he's only 4 points off of Yannick. We've got Natty G in 9th place with 99 points, only 1 point separating him and Racing Green. CMP in 10th with 94, tied with Kellen in 11th, no sorry, tied with Kellen in 11th with 94 also. We've got Kep in 12th now with 81 points. Anonymous in 13th with 74. We've got Hasnain in 14th with 48 points. Morvello's in 15th with 38. Sam's in 16th with 19. Capel in 17th with 6. And then Perry in 18th with 5 points. So Team Lexus are ahead of manufacturers coming into the final round with 261 points. McLaren 650S in second place with 235 points. The Ferrari in third with 213. The Peugeot's in fourth with 198. The Porsche tied with the BMW, both on 178 points. And the Alfa 4C has got 148 points. So that was 178 for the Porsche and the BMWs, and then the Alfa on 148. The Renault on 119, the Nissan GTRs on 99, the Audi R8 on 6, and the Subaru BRZ hasn't made an appearance so far this season. BX taking some very interesting lines. Not sure if he'll pick up a penalty for that or not. He doesn't want to do that come the race, does he? So Carter had a really good race last week. No, he wasn't there last week, was he? I think it was the week before. Showing some real pace in that RCF. But obviously didn't make an appearance last week. And I believe Zico missed last week as well. I could have sworn I saw him on track, but I think he missed last week. Currently in this practice session, we have Carter doing a 156.206. He's 3 tenths up through that split. I think it was the first split. BX Royal currently 2 tenths off, but he's actually 4 tenths up through that sector. He's actually into the final sector now, so we'll have to see what his time is once he comes across the line. Obviously qualifying will begin around 8 PM. So Zico currently third fastest in the practice session. Cap is 4th, Yannick's there in 5th. Who have we got on track this evening? So Tim is here tonight. We've only got 14 drivers so far. And indeed Christmas is nearly upon us, so I don't believe there will be a stream for Monday next week. I think we'll probably be back after the Christmas break, I would imagine. And there we go, BX Royal going 800ths faster with a 155.939, so into the 155s. A 156.027, nearly 156 dead for Carter. Nate G had a really good round, didn't he, last week? See if you can try and put on the same performance as well. So this guy here, Plat for Life, obviously trying to challenge now BX Royal for the title. It'll be his first tier 1 title if he manages to pull it off. But BX Royal currently 16 points ahead, so he just needs to finish ahead of this man. But I'm sure Plat for Life is going to give it all he's got. He's had an absolutely cracking season in the Porsche. He's been dead on the line in the sprint race, obviously being a grid start, but the rolling start has proved alright for the Porsche. Not getting bogged down as much off the rolling start. And Tim as well, Tim in that 650S has been absolutely flying as well, so hopefully going to put on a good performance this evening. I think Anonymous also had a really good race last week. We did see some brilliant battles on the track. But BX Royal taking a very wide line through that corner. It looks like he's getting away with it as well, so maybe that is the line through there. Actually on a 55.5 now. And I believe BX Royal actually ranked the top driver in ALR at the moment in the statistics throughout all of the different racing disciplines. I think it is. I know I definitely saw I definitely saw the chart and I was like, wow, that's quite an impressive accolade. I wonder, has BX ever tried out for the GT World Finals? I wonder if we could get some of the tier 1 drivers in there, because I know that they've definitely got the pace, and we saw Mikhail Zhao, a GT World Champion himself, in one of the esports races alongside some of our top drivers. I mean, I've got some seriously fast guys in tier 1. Plat for Life obviously getting promoted to tier 1 after the first race in tier 2, which is also quite an impressive accolade. You can be like, yeah, that was a showing for the Alessandro in the background there, off into the barrier after a really wide line through the final turn, and I think this is going to be it. This will be qualifying beginning now. Yeah, everybody ditching the cars. The final qualifying of the season. I'm sure it's going to be a spicy one. We've seen how close it's been so far this season. It's literally been in, I think it's been a second throughout almost all the grid. I think the biggest gap's been 1.6 seconds maybe from 1st to 15th. How many drivers have we got this evening? We'll wait for the grid order to settle itself out, or sort itself out. Hasnain Aslam currently in the pits. Now he's coming out. Here he comes. Trundling out of the pits, maybe wanting a bit of free air in the Alpha 4C. I think as we hit the first split, the order should sort itself out. Oh, it definitely hasn't. And there we go. So we have BX Royal obviously in the Ferrari 458, Racing Green in the Alfa Romeo 4C, Alessandro in the Lexus RCF, Zico in the second of the two Lexus RCF, Morvellos in the Renault RS01, Yannick in the BMW M6, we got Kep in the second of the two RS01s, Carter in the Peugeot RCZ, Plat for Life in the Porsche 911 GT3, Marriott in the McLaren 650S, Anonyma in the second of the two BMW M6s, CMP in the second of the two Peugeot RCZs, Tim in the second of the two McLaren 650S, Kellen in the Seoul Nissan GTR, and Hasnain in the second of the two McLaren, in the second of the two Alfa Romeo 4Cs. However, BX is now on his first flying lap. See if we can see that line he takes through this next turn. So going very wide, using all of the curve there into turn 2 and 3, I believe this is now. So yeah, taking it really wide on the exit there. That was a very, very deep exit indeed, but keeping the traction, keeping the car going. So that is obviously the optimum line to take. We'll have to have a look at the line some of the other guys are taking through there as well. Let's go back. So Yannick, yeah, kept going really deep through there as well. Carter also following that same line. It looks like Plat for Life doing the same there as well. So everybody taking a really wide line through there, and actually not picking up a penalty as well. So interestingly, that does see Tim also with the same. Okay, that is the line. And welcome along everyone. If this is your first time here, obviously this is the Tier 1 drivers in the Aero League Racing's Gt7 Championship. We're now on board with BX Royal as he is completing his first flying lap of this qualifying session. We've got 2 races for you this evening. Obviously the first one being the sprint race, around 15 minutes. And then the endurance being around 40 minutes. Obviously the sprint as well being a grid start off of the qualifying results, and then we have a reverse top 10 grid for the rolling start for the feature race. And BX Royal with a 155.8 there, Alessandro with a penalty, so Racing Green a 156.031, Zico. Oh, and Yannick provisional 3rd place now, kept there in 4th. Who else was out there? I think it was Carter. Carter about to come across. He comes. Provisional 3rd place, Plat for Life, going only 700ths off of BX Royal at this stage, 155.925. Racing Green provisional 3rd, Carter 4th, CMP 5th, Yannick 7th, and CMP 6th. As Tim, so Tim goes provisional 4th place, Carter down to 5th now, CMP 6th, Yannick 7th, Kellen 8th, Kep 9th, Anonyma 10th, Marriott in 11th, Matty G, Morvellos provisional 13th place, Zico only managing a 208.3. I think he's getting them tyres warmed up. And Alessandro, yeah, Alessandro obviously had that penalty, didn't he? So not getting a time on the board on his first flying lap. So BX Royal needs to try and extend that gap, extend the time over, or the time advantage over Plat for Life in 2nd there, if he wants to hold that pole position going into the first race. He's actually 2 tenths up through that split into the final sector once again. And what is the time going to be for BX Royal? Absolutely murdering the chicane through the final turn. And he crosses the line with a 155.2, so 6 tenths faster now than Plat for Life. And who's coming across the line behind BX Royal? Was that Racing Green? I think it was. So Racing Green up to provisional second place, 3 tenths off of BX Royal. So Plat for Life still yet to come across the line. He's behind a couple of people. Carter goes faster as well. Zico goes faster. Plat for Life, 155.248. 400s faster than BX Royal. BX Royal is going to have to find some more time somewhere. He's going to put on a fresh set of tyres, not too sure. Down into second now, Tim. Tim has managed to improve up into provisional third place. Racing Green down to fourth. Carter fifth. Zico improved, but he's now down to sixth. CMP out on a fresh set of tyres. Yannick currently sat in eighth. He's only 400ths off of CMP. Actually a tenth up through this sector, so if he keeps on this lap, he should improve somewhat. He may get a position or two, maybe CMP and Zico. Zico has got faster though, into the 155s now. So it might be fast enough to put him ahead of CMP, but CMP out on a fresh set of tyres. Yeah, so he's still a tenth up through this split, Yannick. In the M6, very good all-round car. It used to be a very, very good all-round car. I think with the latest physics update, it's had a bit of a nerf, maybe. But it's been absolutely rapid in some rounds. We saw the BMW boys absolutely bullying their way around the track last week, which was great to watch. BX Royal does improve, 155.1, 1/10 at the moment faster than Plat for Life. Are they going to be able to break into the 54s? Is Plat for Life going to complete this lap, or will he ditch it for a set of fresh tyres? So he's actually stayed out. Is he up? No, he's actually down. Down by some margin there. So Racing Green takes on a fresh set of tyres. Anybody coming up to the line? So Carter was... No, he's gone past. So CMP, can CMP improve? On his fresh tyres? No, he's starting a fast lap now, isn't he? That would have been his out lap. So interestingly, not everybody going in for a fresh set of tyres yet. So BX Royal is still on a provisional pole. Plat for Life there in provisional second place. Tim in third. Racing Green is sat back in the pits now in fourth. So he might be in danger if he's not putting in any more laps. We've got Carter sat in fifth. Up through that split, but only by 400ths. So that might be fast enough to put him ahead of Racing Green. So Racing Green might get shuffled down into fifth place. I wonder what sort of pace Zico's putting in now. We'll have a look through the next split, see if he's up. He's on very dead soft tyres now, so he might not be up. And he's actually down by 2 tenths. What is CMP doing on his fast lap? He's going to be picking up the toe of Kep up ahead. Kep's moved out the way. We're going to see through the next split, is he up on his time? He's going to be able to pip Zico to 6th place unless Zico improves, which we saw he's not going to. He's actually down by 10th. So Yannick has not improved across the line. In fact, he's dropped down to 8th. Natty G improves up into 7th place there. Alessandro has improved. Where has he moved up to? Alessandro up into 6th place. I think we're going to see a few positions shuffling around. So BX Royal looking like he might take the pole. He's actually still on a lap. Plat for Life has finished this lap now. He's settled for 2nd place if nobody manages to knock him off of there. Tim only 900ths off of Plat for Life. He's going to be in 3rd. Carter Looking like he's going to start in 4th with Racing Green in 5th, Alessandro in 6th, Zico 7th, Kellen 8th, Nike in 9th, CMP in 10th, Yannick in 11th, Hasnain in 12th place, Kev will start in 13th, Anonyma 14th and Mortvelos in 15th. And that was a very close qualifying session once again. So BX Royal coming up to finish his final lap now, 155.1, almost into the 54s. I'm actually not murdering that chicane as much as I thought he was. Or maybe he was just a little bit conservative on it that time, but that is going to be it. That is your qualifying session over and done with. So we'll have a look at the results one more time before we go into the first race of the evening, the sprint race. Wow. And I wonder if it's going to be a spicy one. Obviously, Platt for Life, he's starting in a good position, but we've seen how bad that Porsche is off the start. I think he's going to get swallowed up by Tim and Carter. I think Racing Green as well, starting in a good position. If he can get a good start in that Alpha, he might be able to make up a couple of positions there. But BX Royal managing to seal the deal there. He will be starting on pole. 155.118. I think he's going to be looking for max points. So the results once again, BX Royal will start on pole with Platt for Life in 2nd place. Tim's going to start in 3rd with Carter in 4th, Racing Green in 5th, Alessandro in 6th, Zico in 7th, Kellen starts in 8th, Nige will start in 9th, CMP in 10th, Yannick in 11th, Hasnain in 12th, Kep in 13th, Anonyma 14th and Mortvelos will start in 15th place. So there was only 1.8 seconds between 15th and 1st, but only a second between 9th and 1st. That's, yeah, it's just very, very close. It's been so close all season. And only 16 points at the moment separating BX Royal and Platt for Life going into this race. Here we go. And they're off. And there we go, Platt for Life does get swallowed up by Tim, by Carter. Carter managing to get past Tim off the start there. We've also got the Peugeot CMP going up the inside. Looked like it was going very congested through turn 1. Carter remains in 2nd place. Tim is now in 3rd. Platt for Life remains in 4th. Racing Green did get a good start. Still unable to find his way past Platt for Life at this stage. Oh no, there's a bit of a concertina there coming through turn 3, I believe. Everybody remains on track. No, everyone got through unscathed there. So Platt for Life in 4th, Racing Green in 5th. Zico is in 6th. We have CMP now 7th. Alessandro is in 8th. Kep's looking for the move though, looking to go around the outside. I don't think he's going to get it done through this turn. Alessandro remains in 8th place now, but he is in danger from Kep. Kep is looking racy in that Renault. Is he going to have a look up the inside here? No, he doesn't. Into the hairpin. It's a bit of an obtuse hairpin, that one. And Kellen now 10th place with Mortvelos there in 11th. He's sandwiched now. Kellen is sandwiched between the two Renaults. We have Nige in 12th place, trying to make his way through the field as well. Yannick in 13th, Anonymous 14th, as Hasnain in 15th. So BX Royal has managed to pull out 1.3 seconds over the rest of the field. He started gapping everyone already, which is what he kind of needs to do to be able to seal the deal. He is obviously trying to take the championship. Plat for Life now in 4th place. Also trying to win the championship at 16 points off of BX Royal. Carter picks up half a second's penalty. That's going to drop him behind Tim, maybe even behind Plat for Life as well. Plat for Life is still very close to Tim. Tim needs to try. I don't think he's going to look for the move, actually, is he? I think he's just going to wait for Carter probably to serve that penalty. Or is he going to be close enough coming into turn 1? Nobody going for any moves. Carter getting a little bit out of shape there on the exit. So we're into 2. We are on the approach 2, 3 and 4. And Plat for Life now starting to come to life. That Porsche just starts terrible, doesn't it? Then it just seems to come back to life. So we're watching the battle here for 3rd place at the moment. Tim holding off Plat for Life in 4th. We got Racing Green wetting in the wings there in 5th as well. Carter is going to drop behind surely as he serves this penalty. The penalty is probably going to put him behind Tim, you would imagine. Because it isn't normally 5 tenths, is it? It slows you down that much. It normally costs you around a second. Oh, and he almost loses the rear there. And yeah, Tim does get through. Does Plat for Life manage to get through as well? Carter is going to defend on the inside into the chicane. And they're side by side on the exit. Carter gets, he gets a little bit out of shape on the exit. I think, yeah, Carter actually dropping down to 6th now. He went out onto the grass. Zico and Racing Green both managing to get through. There wasn't a lot of room, really, there was there. Carter had the corner initially, but then it did turn into Plat for Life. Plat for Life having the inside for the second part of this chicane. And there's probably just a tiny little ghost nudge. The hitboxes on the car still aren't perfect. BX Royal now with 2.5 seconds over 2nd place Tim. Tim with 6 tenths, 7 tenths over Plat for Life. So what's Plat going to do? Racing Green having a decent outing here this week as well. That Alpha just hasn't been the car this season, has it, for the reigning Tier 1 driver? The reigning Tier 1 champion. But he's given it his all in that 4C tonight. He's given it his all every race, hasn't he? It's just been awful. I think that's what doesn't really get used a lot. It is really quick around some tracks, but it's not an all-round car. Zico looking to score some decent points here this evening. I guess it a little bit out of shape through the chicane there, almost losing the rear on the exit. I think aided by murdering that second part a little bit. He held on to it though, GG's. So the two Peugeots now 6th and 7th respectively. Cicada 6th, CMP now in 7th place. Alessandro though chasing in 8th. He's managed to hold off Kep. Kep was looking racy, wasn't he? Looking like he was going to go for a move, or trying to set a move up. But still unable to do so, still there in 9th. We have Morvelos 10th, Natty G in 11th, Yannick still 12th, Kellen 13th, Hasnain 14th, and Nonama now in 15th. BX Royal with a 3.1 second buffer. Oh, now the battle for third place starting here. Once again, Plat for Life has got onto the back of Tim and starting to put the pressure on. They both have a nice buffer now over Racing Green, 1.3 seconds. Are we maybe going to see a move here come up to the chicane? Is Platt going to be close enough this time around? Yeah, I think he's not going to bother with a send. He's not close enough, is he? Maybe looking for the better exit. Keeps it nicely through the chicane. Maybe loses a tenth to Tim. Tim just getting a slight better exit there. And again through the final turn. I think the best opportunity for Platt is going to be to try and hold on to the rear of Tim and maybe look for one into turn one, but everybody taking that, hugging that inside apex, so it's a hard move to be able to pull off. To be fair, there's not huge amounts, is there? Not a huge amount of places to set one up. I mean, this hairpin, or the hairpin that we'll be approaching in the next couple of turns, that one may be somewhere you can set one up if you can force someone into an error, maybe make them go a little bit deep and get one up the inside. Or equally, if you're alongside into the corner, you might be able to come out ahead. I'm not seeing anyone go around the outside here though, through this one now. And Tim just managing to keep that gap very consistent back to Platt. Platt reels him in for a couple of attempts, but then Tim manages to extend it once again. So they're kind of at a bit of a stalemate at the moment between the Porsche and the McLaren. So we go back to Racing Green. Racing Green still there in fourth place, but he's got 1.8 seconds to the top three now. Still manages to stay ahead of Zico. Zico has been unable to close that gap to Racing Green, around 6 tenths. 6.8 seconds off the leader. 7 seconds off the leader. Carter still in 6th place. 9 tenths off the back of Zico. His teammate there for company in 7th, Craig, CMP. He was the only Peugeot in the race last week, and that was a bad one for the Peugeot, wasn't it, Craig? Yeah, it wasn't great. The tyre wear absolutely shocking. So Kep has now managed to finally get past Alessandro, so that was a move that we actually missed there. But it looked like he was trying to set one up. We said it, didn't we, last time we checked in. So Alessandro now finds himself the meat and two sandwiches, or the meat and the sandwich between two Renault RSO ones, Kep and Mortal Veloz. Maybe the Lexus starting to hurt a little bit on that soft compound rubber. Not as high tyre wear as it was last week, but I think it is still quite high tyre deg around the Nurburgring GP. Is Mortal Veloz going to be able to get past Alessandro as well in the second of the two Renaults? Yannick 11th. Natty G is now in 12th, so Yannick's managed to get a move done on Natty G. Kellen 13th. Hasnain 14th. Anonyma unable to find his way back past. He's now, well, he's still in 15th. Oh, Racing Green. Racing Green has managed to get past Platt for Life. Platt is now down in 4th place. Is Platt struggling on them tyres? I think he might be, you know. Maybe he's picked up a penalty somewhere. Not entirely certain. But there is a gap. 3.2 seconds is the gap now. Up ahead to Tim from Racing Green. So something must have happened somewhere. Platt for Life must have had a moment somewhere, I think. Or picked up a penalty that has ended him up back behind Racing Green. The tyres on that Porsche are looking a little bit second hand now. Oh, maybe it's through there, maybe it's through the chicane. He looked a little bit squirrely through the chicane, so perhaps the Porsche just doesn't like it through that part of the track. Very good exit though through the final turn. Is he going to be able to go from... Oh, Racing Green covering off the inside. Down into turn 1, he's going to show Platt for Life the long way round. Into the final lap now of this sprint race. Racing Green holds the inside line. Platt for Life still trying to go around the outside. He's going to turn it into his corner for this next one. Tiny bit of door to door there. I think Platt for Life's going to retake 3rd place. Racing Green still putting up a fight though on the inside for this next one, and he retakes the position. Platt for Life looking for the switchback, gets a tighter line there. Doesn't quite manage to get the exit though. Going to go around the outside here. No. Not quite. Zico joins the fight as well. Player 2 has entered the battle. And player 3 has entered the battle. And player 4 in the form of Carter. They all want a bit of the action now. 3rd place well and truly up for grabs. I think at this stage any of them 4 drivers could potentially finish in 3rd place. We're going to have to go on board with the race leader in just a second, but at the moment this is where the battle is, and what a fantastic little battle this has become. Platt for Life still unable to find his way past Racing Green. Racing Green still holding off for that 3rd place. We got Zico as well holding off Carter there in 5th. Zico and Carter 5th and 6th. And looks like Platt for Life getting the better exit out of the chicane that time round. But BX Royal is going to take the checkered flag in this first race. Tim is going to take that 2nd place. GG's Tim. Racing Green. Racing, oh, Platt for Life, he's got 2nd penalty. Racing Green takes 3rd, Zico 4th. Platt for Life comes home in 5th place in the end. Carter 6th. CMP will finish in 7th. Cap in 8th. Mortvillas in 9th, Yannick in 10th, Alessandro 11th, Nat G in 12th, Kellen in 13th, Hasnane 14th, and Anonyma finishing in 15th place. Oh, Platt for Life! That 2nd penalty at the end, that was gutting. That was unlucky, dude. What a battle that was there, though, between them 4 cars at the end there. This is going to definitely be a spicy feature race. Your results, once again, BX Royal finish in 1st place. He took the fastest lap there, 155.3. Tim finished in 2nd. We had Racing Green 3rd. Zico was 4th. Platt for Life was 5th. Carter 6th. CMP 7th. Kep was 8th. Mortvillas was 9th. Yannick was 10th. Alessandro was 11th. Natty G was 12th. Kellen 13th. Hasnane 14th. And Anonyma was 15th place. So that means your reverse top 10 grid puts Yannick on pole with Mortvillas in 2nd place. We're going to have Kep starting in 3rd, CMP will start in 4th, Carter in 5th, Platt in 6th, Zico in 7th, Racing Green 8th, Tim will start in 9th, and BX is going to have to start in 10th place. And then of course we'll have Alessandro in 11th, Nagi in 12th, Kellen 13th, Hasnane starts in 14th, and Anonyma in 15th. So if you want to get a refreshment break or whatnot, now would be the time to do so, as we're going to have a slight... What was that? Nagi changing his internet? Okay, so I think Natty G's possibly having internet issues. I think they've just kicked him out of McDonald's. That's what it is. He's got to drive home quickly, bomb it home, jump on the rig at home, and use the house internet. I'm making it up. But yeah, so the feature race being a 40-minute endurance, there's going to be several different strategies I think we're going to see on display. I think we're going to see people trying to run the hards possibly for as long as they can, and maybe going for a soft stint at the end, or with the tyre wear, maybe medium, soft, or medium, hard, medium. Or maybe nobody will touch the softs. Maybe we won't see anybody on the soft compound in the feature. I think Natty G must have changed his internet because he's back in the, or back on the grid now, back in the room. Tim's back in. Oh, so we've got some custom weather. Interesting. Random. So it's probably just going to be fine. Why does it do that now? It never used to do that. Why does it show you like the settings? Like, it's supposed to be a surprise. Surely. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, what? Anyway. So what tyres have we got on display? It looks like Plat for Life maybe opting for the mediums in the first stint. Anonyma on the set of racing hards. We have Zico on hard. Oh, Zico. I know he's fine, he's alright. I thought we'd gone for a little excursion there. CMP on the mediums, Hasnane on the hards, Alessandro on hards, BX Royal, where's he gone? Alessandro looking like he might opt for the hards, Marriott, Natty G, mediums, Carter, hards, BX Raw looking like he might be starting on mediums, Morvello's hards. So yeah, split of strategies, but nobody opting for the softs in the first stint. Or at all, you would presume. So it might just be a medium hard or a hard medium race, this one. It's probably going to be a one stop, isn't it? And what can Plat for Life do here? He's got to score maximum points, hasn't he? But what? In fact, I think he needed to finish ahead of BX in the sprint race as well. I think he needed to take the win and the fastest lap, and the win and the fastest lap here in the feature race. But still, we'll be able to score some decent points here in the feature race, obviously, and cement that second place. But he finished behind Tim, didn't he? How far behind Tim? Only a couple of places, but Wow. So we've got a message from BX starting soon. A feature will get underway. Who was that off in the background there? Oh, CMP. Kept following him. Yeah, get out of your system before the race, lads. Shenanigans. Okay, with damage on that front bumper. Unsurprisingly. Coming like an absolute wrecking ball. I bet he didn't even buy CMP a drink. Poor bastard. Right, so here we go. This is it, the final race of the season. Season 20. Yannick is going to line up on pole and take the guys down into turn 1 for the first time in this feature race. A 21 lap race, this one. Oh, there's going to be some people starting on... Will they start on turn 1? No, they won't. Or will they start through the final turn? They might even end up starting through the final turn. Oh no, everybody's through. It's fine. The klaxon sounded there off. Yannick getting a good getaway there, trying to pull away from the 2 Renaults behind. It's actually the 2 Renaults getting a little bit congested there. The 2 Peugeots as well, CMP and Carter, also not far off the back now of the Renaults up ahead. Oh, who was that? Morvillo's taking a really deep line there, really deep entry into turn 3. Everybody getting a really wide exit there as well. It looks like the 2... Oh, actually, somebody making a move there. CMP getting the move done on Kep. Kep down into 4th place. CMP is up into 3rd. CMP on the racing mediums. What's Kep on? He's on racing hards. Plat for Life trying to come through the field now as well. They're in 5th place. I think he's just got past Carter. Yannick trying to get away from the rest of the pack now, still in 1st place there. He's got a gap of 1 second over Morvillo's in 2nd place. CMP trying to chase him down though in 3rd. So we've got mediums on Yannick, we've got Morvillo's on the hards, we have CMP on the mediums. Trying to make the most of them on this first lap. Look, really gaining on Morvillo's through that turn. It's going to be the run to the chicane now. Getting shown the long way around here. He's going to be alongside enough to be able to go for the move into the chicane. He's going to have to be brave on the brakes, and he is. In fact, Morvillo's backing out there. CMP getting the better exit. Morvillo's with a massive snap of oversteer. CMP getting half a second's penalty. No! CMP! He must have took just a little bit too much chicane there through the final chicane. So Morvillo's now down to 3rd place. Now with his teammate Kep on the back of him in 4th. Oh, Kep looking for the move up the inside there. The 2 Renaults, no team orders given. Morvillo's getting shuffled out as Kep's gonna take it around the outside here through 2. And Carter up the inside there as well of Morvillo's. Morvillo's down to 5th place now. Carter up into 4th. Plat for Life getting shuffled down into 6th. There's Carter and Morvillo's. I think there was contact. Both out wide there. Plat for Life is going to come through up into 4th place. It's getting very spicy behind indeed, isn't it? Where is everyone else as well? So Morvillo's there in 5th place now. Carter's in 6th. We have Zico in 7th. Racing Green in 8th. BX Rule and Tim having a battle there in 9th and 10th. Oh, and Racing Green covers off the inside there. BX Rule almost manages to get it done around the outside. One absolutely cracking bit of racing that was. And he does finally get the move sewn up through that left-hander. Tim looking for the move now on Racing Green as well. Racing Green's going to hold that inside line, hug it, try and cover off. Oh, and Natty G gets past his teammate. Natty G past Tim. Tim's going to have to sit behind now. So Natty G up into 10th place. He's now free to try and challenge Racing Green for that 9th. I don't think he's going to get it done around the outside there, and actually he's compromising himself against his teammate Tim. Tim is going to come up the inside now. They're almost side by side through the final turn, and he does get up the inside there. So Natty G now back down to 11th place. As Kellen looked for the better exit there, getting a massive squirm through the final turn. He isn't going to get the move done. BX Royal looking for the move now on Zico, up into 7th place before turn 1. Onto the back of Carter now in 6th place. And Racing Green is still under the attention of the 2 McLarens. BX Royal is trying to find his way through the pack as fast as he can. Wants to get onto the back of Plat for Life. Up ahead, we can just see him just in shot. In 3rd place now is Plat for Life. Yannick currently with the fastest lap, but BX putting in purple sectors. Hopefully he's not going to get hampered by Carter too much. He's got to try and create a bit of a gap, hasn't he? He's going to look for the move down here into the hairpin. I'm not sure he is, or is he? He actually does. Carter opened the door just enough for BX to be able to get that Ferrari through. Looking for the better exit. It looks like Carter's actually got a better exit there, almost pulling back alongside BX. Coming through this next little S chicane. But BX now up into 6th place, and Zico actually looking for the move now on Carter as well, going around the outside. He's got to have the inside for this next right-hander. Gets it done. Carter down into 8th place now. Tim onto the back of him in 9th. Racing Green is now in 10th. Kellen 11th. Natty G down in 12th, trying to get a move done on Kellen once again. He's not going to look for it there, is he? Into the chicane? No, he doesn't. Thinks better of it. Maybe getting the better exit though. I think he has got a better exit. Will he get the move done into the final turn? And he does, up the inside there. That was a great move from Natty G. Big snap of oversteer once again from Kellen in the GTR. Kellen now down to 12th. We have Alessandro in 13th. Hasnain is in 14th. And Anonyma, what's happened to Anonyma? Anonyma all the way down in 15th. It looks like that car's struggling. He's having some mechanical issues or something. I think the boost pipe's fallen off. His teammate, however, Yannick, still there in 1st place with a nice 2-second buffer over CMP. He no longer has the fastest lap. Plat for Life has the fastest lap now, 157.417 for Plat for Life. So CMP is still in 2nd place there. That was a cracking start there for CMP. Managed to make his way, make up a few positions and get into 2nd place. Unable to find his way onto the back of Yannick as yet, but he's got plenty of laps to do so. We're now lap 4 of 21. Plat for Life is up into 3rd place. BX Royal now up into 4th. Past the 2 Renaults. Morvellos and Cap. On an absolute charge in that Ferrari. He's got 3.7 seconds up ahead though to Plat for Life. Kept picking up half a second in the background. And we're going to have a look through the pack to see where the action's happening. So Kep with that half a second penalty. That's going to drop him back into the clutches of his teammate Morvellos there in 6th place. Tim has closed up right onto the back of that Renault now. You can probably see that Kep's holding the penalty up ahead as well. So he might be able to get 2 for 1. He's going to take the inside line. He's going to have the better drive down into the 1st turn. He's going to keep that inside line. Cap Well, Morvellos, however, tries to keep it around the outside. That was a great attempt at defending there from Morvellos. Just unable to keep the position. Tim now up into 6th place. I think Morvello's on the hards. Yeah, he is actually on the hards as well, so he did really well to keep Tim behind for as long as he could. Massive slide there on the exit of 3. So Tim up into 6th. Now free to try and close that gap to Kep. He's going to get the position for free anyway once Kep serves that penalty, which is going to serve in the next couple of turns. Is it along the start finish? I can't remember if it's just before. I think it might be along this next straight, isn't it? Well, not this one here, but the back straight on the approach to the chicane, isn't it? Through this next couple of turns, we should see his penalty bar start to fill up. And there we go. You see it starting to fill up now. He will have to serve that half a second. Tim is going to get the position for free. And there we go. As Kep has to slow down, Tim just soars through now up into 5th place. And Morvellos with a flash of the lights there, letting his teammate know he's there once again. But Tim has managed to gap Kep by almost a second now. So that's how much that them penalties cost you. It's not just half a second, it's more like a second. Personal best lap there for Tim. So Kep down into 6th place. So Plat for Life has managed to get past CMP now. CMP down into 3rd place. Plat for Life is up into 2nd. We've got BX Royal not far behind now, only 2.5 seconds off the back of CMP. Yannick still with a 2.1 second lead in that BMW. Plat for Life looking a little bit shaky towards the start of the race, but he's managed to find his rhythm. Currently with the fastest lap, 1:56.9. That was lap 4. But he's definitely putting in the work at the moment. You can see BX, you can see how close BX is getting now though in the background. CMP 1.1 seconds now off the back of Plat. Plat still 2.1 off the back of Yannick. The BX has reeled that gap down into 1.6 seconds now. How long are them tyres going to last though? He must be absolutely shredding them to death. They must be so hot. But absolutely flying out there at the moment is BX Royal. Tim's not far behind though, you can see him just in shot there. 4.3 seconds is the gap back to Tim. Oh no, looks like Yannick must have had a moment somewhere. The gap's only 0.8 now back to Plat for Life. Yannick doing so well off the start for the first 7 laps. He must have had a moment somewhere because we didn't see him carrying a penalty. So he must have just gone a little bit deep somewhere or dipped a wheel on the grass maybe. Not too sure. Not sure we can see any damage on the car, so I don't think he's hit a barrier. Perhaps it's through the final chicane. maybe getting it a tiny bit wrong, and it just completely unsettles the car. And you can lose so much time. He had 2.1 seconds over Platt when we last checked in. He looked alright through there that time. Maybe a little conservative. A little bit conservative. Oh, Platt for life, Platt for life! Absolutely sliding that Porsche through the rear turn. I thought he was going to lose the rear of it then. Actually looked like he got a really good drive out the exit. Closing right up onto the back of the BMW now of Yannick. What's he going to be able to do? That's a very wide car to be able to get past. Oh, getting a little bit squirrely again. That Porsche just wants to lose traction all the time, doesn't it? Or at least it looks that way. Looks like it's become a little bit slidey. Very smooth through that last bit of track though. I'm seeing in the background CMP now under the attention of BX, and it looks like BX may be getting him on the exit of the hairpin. CMP is still just ahead at the moment. But BX still looking for a way past. Don't think he's going to get it done on this. Oh, he's actually gone for it. I didn't think he was going to go for the move there. It's a very, very tight one. That left-hander actually finalises it on the exit of that one around the outside. But CMP still has a nose alongside BX, and he's actually still alongside. So it's going to be who's later on the brakes into the chicane. BX are finally getting the move done. Both of them hopping over the exit curb there. CMP, we're picking up half a second's penalty. CMP, that is definitely where he's picking up that half a second, or where we've seen people pick it up. Yannick still defending that first place from Platt. Platt still trying to find his way past him. They're both on medium compound tyres. Platt's rears look a lot worse for wear though. I think it's where we've seen the Porsche sliding through the turns. Still maintaining that pace. He doesn't seem to have lost any pace really. Well, actually no, that the last lap was a 158. He's been doing almost consistent 157s. When are we going to see the first pit stops come? Lap 9 now, 21. Coming up to almost the halfway mark. Of this race. Oh no, Platt picks up a whole second's worth of penalty, gets the move done, goes up the inside there through the final turn. But he's going to surely lose that position again. He's not going to be able to create enough of a gap to be able to keep that first place from Yannick. Surely Yannick's just got to stick in that slipstream. I think the tyres on the Porsche are a little bit, yeah, they definitely are a little bit worse on the Porsche than they are on the BMW. Although Yannick with a massive twitch there. But yeah, he's just got to stick with Platt and he will surely get the place back once Platt serves that penalty. And in fact, it might even bring Platt into the clutches of BX Royal. BX Royal is currently 2.3 seconds off of Platt, but yeah, a second's worth of penalty is not something that you want to get during the race. It's not, yeah, it's not ideal at all. So there we go, Platt for life serves his penalty. Yannick does go back through once again. BX Royal has now crept into 8 tenths off the back. Well and truly into the battle for the top 3. Or for the top 2, as it looks like Platt for life trying to go around the outside through the final turn. Don't think he's going to get it done there, but does get the better exit. And does retake the position, takes that first place, but all that battling has just brought BX Royal into this fight. BX's tyres are dying a bit of a death though as well, as we see the first lot of pit stops, Morvello's into the pits. There was a couple of other people we saw as well. BX Royal still unable to get past Yannick. So your top 3 at the moment, Platt for life, Yannick and BX Royal. Yannick obviously started on pole, managed to keep it for, I think it was 9 laps before Platt managed to get past the first time. Yannick now defending ferociously against BX Royal. BX Royal trying all he can to get past that BMW. Are we going to see another move come into the hairpin? Wasn't close enough on that occasion, but Yannick has gone deep. BX Royal comes along the inside now. He's going to be able to... No, Yannick gets the better exit. That BMW... very good out of the corners. So good. Tim now 2.7 seconds off of BX. So this has now turned into a really nice spicy fight for the top 3. Oh, it's Yannick. Yannick getting the better exit through the chicane. BX tries to follow him. Side by side, the Porsche and the BMW. The Ferrari, is he going to try and make it 3 wide? And it does, and they are 3 wide on the approach to turn 1. Oh my god. 3 wide almost on the exit there as well. Who's going to get the better exit there? Platt for life still holding that first place. We got Yannick still in second. BX Royal trying to go around the outside now to take that second place away. He's going to have the inside for this next right-hander, but Yannick's still ahead. Oh, this is crazy stuff. BX does maybe finally manage to get past, and he does. So up into second place now for BX. He's now onto the back of Platt for life. He's going to be able to take the lead of the race before they all have to serve their first pit stop. So all change in the top 3. Yannick is now down into third place. BX is now up into second. We have Platt for life still there in first. Platt for life managed to take first place on around about lap 9 or 10. Oh, BX Royal having a cheeky look at the inside already. What are their tyres looking like? Oh yeah, so the tyres on the Porsche definitely look a lot worse than the tyres on that Ferrari as well. So yeah, the Porsche a little bit at a disadvantage here with the tyre wear. Oh, BX Royal still having cheeky sniffs. He is getting so close to the rear bumper of Platt for life. Well, I think you might be on board currently with your new Tier 1 champion, but you'll have to wait and see until the standings come out after this race. It could all change though after they serve their pits. But it'll definitely be interesting to see who tries what strategy. Maybe one of the two will go for the undercut. Obviously we still have Yannick in the picture here as well. Yannick's still not far behind at all, and Tim has managed to find his way into the battle as well. I think Tim actually only a second or maybe half a second off the back at the moment of Yannick. And yeah, you can see in the background there CMP as well, not far behind as well. Maybe them guys were trying to save their tyres for the first few laps. Or maybe just the battle in the front has brought everybody else into the picture. Not just a 3-car battle for the top 3 now. Yeah, Tim only 4 attempts now off the back of Yannick. BX Royal is really pushing to try and take the lead of the race. Oh, and Platt has gone deep. That has allowed BX through. 4 attempts ahead. What is Platt going to do now? Is he going to be able to stick with BX? Will he go for the undercut? The tyres on that Porsche are dying a death. The front's absolutely screaming now. We've got Yannick and Tim in the background there as well. Looking like Tim might be in or on for the opportunity of an overtake in the next couple of turns, as Platt for Life trying to set one up through the final turn, maybe get the better exit. Closes back up, but not by enough. CMP does go for the undercut into the pits. And we see the McLaren closing right up onto the back, and he does go for the move now. Up the inside there does go Tim into turn 1. Yannick down to 4th place now. Platt for Life momentarily retakes the lead of the race. Still a side by side though. It's going to be BX Royal. It's going to be his corner, this one. Both with that really wide line through 3. Through the exit of 3. Very close indeed. Oh my days. And Tim has managed to join the battle as well. So Tim now takes the place of Yannick, hassling Platt and BX for 2nd and 3rd. But the tyres also on that Ferrari starting to die a bit of a death. Be interesting to see when he's... Oh, Platt for Life in the background there. Big moment. Look, the front just washed away on that Porsche. Somehow managed to collect it. And somehow keeping that position to Tim as well. Tim really starting to put the pressure on in that McLaren. The tyres on that McLaren as well don't look very happy at all. Yannick then 4th on the mediums. Then Kellen and Natty G having a massive battle here in the background as well. 5th and 6th, and then 13 seconds back to CMP, who is out of the pits and on some fresh tyres. I think we've got a few people on fresh tyres. There's more Velos going up the inside there of Carter. Anonymous trying to follow through, I think, as well. Unless Anonymous has just been dropped a couple of positions. Hasn't he there in 15th. So yeah, the top 3, top 4 now into the pits. So Kellen and Natty G, are these guys going to go into the pits as well? I would imagine they would be. As Natty G looking for the move there on the exit. And yeah, they are. They're both into the pits. I think Natty G was trying to look for the move there. Oh, no, nearly getting a move in the pits. I think that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to get it done before the pit, but like he may have just managed to skip ahead on the entry to CMP. CMP moves up into 5th place, so not a very long pit stop this one. Up into fourth, actually. Yannick re-emerges in fifth there. CMP's up into fourth. His tyres are going to be up to temperature. Tim's there in third place. So BX Royal and Platt now on fresh set soft compound tyre. 15. 7 laps, okay. So medium soft for these guys at the front. BX Royal looking so racy indeed. In fact, both cars, the Porsche and the Ferrari, looking like, well, they're both absolutely flying. Everyone is absolutely flying here at the Nurburgring. It's actually getting quite grey out there. I don't think we're going to see any rain here. If it does, well, if we do start to get a bit of rain, I don't think it's really going to affect the racing too much. I can't imagine they'll have to go in for inters or anything. They'll probably just finish the race on the compound they're on. Tim with half a second. That is unlucky, Tim. That is going to bring him into the clutches of CMP. Yannick's there in 5th place, so Kep is in 6th. Alessandro in 7th, Racing Green 8th, Zico 9th, Morvillas is in 10th, we've got Hasney now in 11th place, Kellen is in 12th, Natty's in 13th, some gap now between these guys, Carter 14th, and Anonyma all the way down in 15th, and 18.4 seconds off the back of Carter. He should surely get past, or should surely catch up to Carter once Carter serves this pit stop, should he? Would he? I think Carter's already out, is he? Can't see anybody on the track map in the pits, interestingly. Oh no, there we go. Yeah, so he will have somebody to race with, somebody for company there. I think Carter just finishing putting fuel in that car. Platt for Life managed to pull out a couple of attempts over BX now, putting in purple sectors. Definitely getting very foggy out there now. So Tim obviously has to serve this half a second penalty. So we're going to see what this does. Oh, Tim actually putting in a purple sector there as well. Actually not losing too much time to CMP behind, but no, CMP is going to creep into that slipstream range. So yeah, that did hurt Tim quite a bit there. He's now going to be under the attention of CMP, and it's not going to make a podium finish easy. CMP is going to be wanting that podium as well. CMP with 1.1 over Yannick behind in 5th place. Yannick obviously started on pole. Platt for Life just eating up the inside curb there, getting a little bit squirrely on the rear. Actually keeping the gap fairly consistent though, back to BX Royal. Putting up a good fight is Platt for Life, actually securing that fastest lap, it looked like, with a 155.7. Can BX manage to beat that though? Maybe that's why BX has dropped back to try and use the slipstream to retake, or to try and take the fastest lap. Coming into this round, only 16 points separated these two drivers. Platt for Life obviously in 2nd place, BX Royal 1st. BX Royal obviously missed a round because of his internet. He was using McDonald's Wi-Fi, but obviously he managed to get it sorted. He got his tick bill sorted out and everything's Gucci now. Plat for Life obviously missed the first round because he was racing in tier 2 and then got an instant promotion up into tier 1. So it's pretty even between these two drivers. At the moment, our reigning tier 1 champion down in 8th place. Racing Green, whatever possessed you to pick that Alpha? I don't, honestly. He's probably kicking himself a little bit, I'd imagine. Hasnane hasn't had the greatest season in it either. It is a bit of a wild card, isn't it? Like I say, it can be very good around some tracks, but it can be a bit of a handful for such a small car. It's like very twitchy. I found anyway when I've driven it before. I've not driven it recently. So yeah, BX Royal does close back up once again to Plat for Life, really starting to pile on the pressure. Plat is going to have to start defending for that first place. Has he got enough left in that soft compound tyre to do so? Has he got enough left in the tank? In fact, no, they're both fairly even on fuel. 18 of 21 now. I'll have to check through the rest of the field in a minute and see if there's any more battles going on, but BX may be close enough to be able to set one up in the next couple of turns. Or if Plat goes a little bit deep somewhere or makes a slight error, maybe we'll see a move come from BX. At the moment, just sitting behind, biding his time, playing the patient game. Plat getting a worse exit there off the chicane. I think he just got a little bit too much on that inside curb. BX is going to go up the inside through the final turn, but Plat getting an awesome exit there. That was a mighty exit there from the Porsche. Pulls back alongside the Ferrari unable to pull over and cover that inside line. I think Plat might be able to retake this position coming into turn 1, or is BX going to hold it around the outside? And yeah, Plat does manage to retake that first place. So battle of epic proportions here at the front at the moment. We will check in with everyone else, but all it takes is one slight mistake there somewhere and we'll see a move come once again. So Tim 2.1 seconds off the back of the top 2 now. I think comfortably there in 3rd place though. Has he managed to gap CMP? We'll check in just a second. Yeah, he has. He definitely has. Nice buffer over CMP in 4th. Oh, kicking up dust there. Plat in the Porsche. Didn't really slow him down too much, I don't feel. Oh, BX Royal really putting the pressure on where he wants that position. Can he get a switchback done here? I think he's going to wait until this next right-hander through this one, maybe on the exit here. Come on. GG's Plat though. What an absolutely cracking defensive drive he's putting on. Immense pressure from BX Royal. BX Royal, is he going to take the position now? No, Plat. Oh, Plat almost keeps it there through the chicane, but BX going around the outside. Just superior cornering speed. But Plat always getting that mighty exit here through the final turn. Can he do it once again? Now under pressure because Tim has crept up into that slipstream range. I think Tim has just been waiting in the wings and he saw what was going on ahead and he's now closed that gap. It's down from 1.2 seconds I think it was to 4 tenths. So CMP and Yannick. CMP 4th place. Yannick is there in 5th. Yannick looking like he wants that 4th place. I think CMP pit a couple of laps earlier as well, so on the younger rubber is Yannick. And then Cap some way off in 6th place there, racing green in a bit of no man's land in 7th. We've got Alessandro now 8th, Zico is 9th, Morvelo's in 10th place, but he's got half a second's penalty. Oh, and Zico up into 8th as Alessandro goes a little bit deep through that last turn. Alessandro on the worst tyres. Morvelo's 10th with half a second. Hasnain 11th. Kellen 12th. Natty G is now in 13th with half a second. Onoma 14th, and Carter is still in the pits. BX Royal has managed to retake the lead. Platt is down to 2nd. Platt with a fuel warning. Maybe Platt's having to go into fuel saving mode. Not too sure. Maybe having a moment somewhere. That was all it was going to take, and I knew that when we went and had to look back to see if there was any more battles, we would see a move come, and we missed it. But BX trying to make it 2 out of 2 and cement the championship win. I think he's done it anyway in the first race with the win and the fastest lap, but just to cement it here in the feature. Gets to wear the crown once again, or he will do, surely, unless his engine explodes or he has a massive moment somewhere. Which, to be fair, he hasn't put a foot wrong tonight. Been absolutely rapid in the Ferrari. He's been absolutely rapid all season, as has Platt for Life. Platt for Life just put on an incredible performance, and Tim in that McLaren as well. The top 3, yeah, just absolutely phenomenal driving this season. Phenomenal driving from everybody in Tier 1 this season. And CMP is still keeping Yannick at bay in 5th place. How long can he do that for on them very, very worn soft compound tyre? I'm not sure he's going to do it for a lot longer, is he? Is Platt for Life going to be able to have a go once again at the race leader? I don't think he's going to be close enough. Coming up to the chicane for the final time. He's 9/10 back, 1.1 seconds over 3rd place Tim. I think he can definitely give himself a pat on the back though. Managing to finish 2nd in the championship in your first season. BX Royal though, your new Tier 1 champion. GGBX, Platt for Life 2nd place, Tim was in 3rd. CMP in 4th place, he holds off Yannick. Yannick takes 5th, we have Kep finishing in 6th place. Racing Green, that finishes in 7th, we have Zico in 8th. Alessandro finishes in 9th with Morvelos in 10th. Hasnain in 11th, Kellen in 12th. Natty G is going to take 13th. We're going to have Anonyma finishing in 14th place. Still will come through the final chicane. And the final turn. But there we go, Anonyma will finish in 14th place. I think Carter's retired the car, so that's probably a DNF there for Carter. But this man here, your new Tier 1 champion, once again. I'm not sure how many that is he's got under his belt now. I think it's got to be around 6 or 7. I'm sure there's probably a statistics chart somewhere I can try and find for next season. and maybe tell you how many it is. But Plat for Life as well, what an absolute showing he's put on. And Tim. CMP finishing 4th in the end there, Yannick in 5th. Well, this was it, guys. This was season 20, and what a final round that was. And yeah, it was, wasn't it, Chanel? It was better than the Abu Dhabi finale F1 this season. Yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and we will see you once again. We will obviously have the rundown through the standings once we finished the formation lap. And I think some of these guys are going to be glad to put some of these cars behind them. I think the Renault actually turned out to be a bit of a dark horse this season. That Alfa though, awful car. The GTR came to life in some of the rounds, didn't it? Kellen didn't seem to get the grips with it towards the start of the season, but towards the end he put on some, yeah, he had some really good races. And Natty G as well, managing to get the grips with that McLaren towards the end of the season. Really good, solid finish to the season. The BMWs, they had some very good races indeed. And the Peugeots as well. The Peugeots held their own. Well, what a season finale that was. So once again, BX Royal taking the win there. Plat for Life took second place. He also took the fastest lap, 155.760. Tim took third, CMP fourth, Yannick was fifth, Kep was sixth, Racing Green seventh, Zika was eighth. We had Alessandro finishing in ninth, Mortobello's in 10th, Hasnane 11th, Kellen 12th, Natty G 13th, Anonymous 14th, and Carter finished in 15th place. Oh, in fact, was it Carter who had to go and try and sort his... No, it wasn't. It was Natty G, wasn't it? Anyway, well, that was it, guys. That was season 20. That was round 8. We'll be back next year, I believe, with season 21. I've been your boy Vex. This has been the Tier 1 drivers from the Aero League Racing Gt7 Championship. And you've now got a new Tier 1 champion in the form of BX Royal. So GG's to him. I will see you next time. Good night.